what will be happening in Season 2 of NCIS Hawaii, who is the cast, and what happened in Episode 1 of the show. In this video, we'll be discussing things about the famous American police procedural television series, so keep watching as it's going to be very interesting. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We wouldn't want you to miss out on any of our upcoming content. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Firstly, what do you need to know about NCIS Hawaii? On September 20, 2021, CBS broadcasted the first episode of the American police procedural television series NCIS Hawaii. In the television series, Vanessa Lachey plays Jane Tennant, the special agent in charge of a fictitious squad of special agents from the Naval Criminal Investigative Service with headquarters in Hawaii. The fourth installment in the NCIS franchise, the show is a spin-off of the long-running drama NCIS. The show's creators are Christopher Silver, Jan Nash, and Matt Bosick. Larry Teng also served as executive producer and directed several episodes, along with Keon Talon, Alex Tarrant, Noah Mills, Yasmin Al-Bustami, Jason Antoon, Tori Anderson, and Noah Mills are featured in the show. The show received a second season renewal in March 2022 and debuted on September 19, 2022. Up next, what's there in Season 2? NCIS Hawaii has returned to CBS for Season 2, and the franchise's newest installment will return with part of a crossover event with NCIS. Reliving the first season's events can help us better understand how they shaped what happened later, for better or worse. In her friendship with Lucy, Kate Whistler, played by Tori Anderson, is reportedly in for more great than bad things. The actress discussed the value of queer characters like Kate and Lucy and other representations in an interview with Cinema Blend. Tori Anderson commented on the fact that Kate and Lucy's relationship served as the series' central relationship in addition to being a gay one in the program, saying, "I find it to be quite exciting. Although I know that it was their intention from the beginning, I believe it's crucial to have LGBT characters in relationships given the same attention and screen time as straight ones, and this is the only relationship you witness throughout the entire first episode, Season 1 and Season 2. So I think it's incredibly thrilling and crucial to portray the world as we perceive it, and everyone should see themselves reflected on television, and its popularity illustrates the value of diversity and the pervasiveness of these tales." So, what happened between Kate and Lucy in Season 1? Although Kate and Lucy's journey to true love wasn't entirely smooth throughout Season 1, they were set up as a couple to cheer for. In the Season 1 finale, Kate clinched the deal by giving Lucy a tender and somewhat ridiculous performance of "Make You Feel My Love," highlighting her more sentimental, less career-focused side. When Ernie offered advice on getting in touch with Lucy, she took it more literally than he had intended, but it was effective. Even though there was romance in Season 1, Kate and Lucy were positioned as the focal point. Fans will undoubtedly be pleased to learn the connection will endure into Season 2. Keep watching along closely. We're about to tell you everything you need to know about all of the show's cast. We wouldn't want you to miss out on anything we have coming up for you, so be sure to stay tuned. Next, what's unique in NCIS Hawaii? NCIS Hawaii also distinguished itself in terms of representation in other areas. The first NCIS franchise episode, featuring an actress in the lead role, created history when Vanessa Lachey was chosen to play the lead agent. Jane Tennant leading the Hawaii set action was a novelty after Gibbs on the original, Pride on NCIS New Orleans, and Callan on NCIS Los Angeles. When I questioned Tori Anderson about her sense of history making with Lachey in the lead during Season 1 filming, she said, "Oh, absolutely. It was significant since she's a woman of color, and the show is led by women. The appeal was unmistakable when I applied for it because it was so thrilling. That made me incredibly happy, and I was also thrilled that one of the main characters on the show was a homosexual NCIS agent. Thus, I consider it to have been both monumental and extremely successful." Vanessa is a unique lead for the show. She approaches Jane's character with compassion, heart, and a mother's perspective, as opposed to a man's. She simply performs a wonderful job, in my opinion. As a woman of color bringing representation to primetime, Vanessa Lachey has spoken candidly about what it means to her, including how it made her daughter think she was Wonder Woman. There's no disputing that NCIS Hawaii has already achieved tremendous success after just one season, as Tori Anderson pointed out. After only 3 episodes had aired, CBS ordered more episodes of the show and a complete season a few days later. The renewal wasn't exactly unexpected. So, who is the show's cast? Jane Tennant is brought back by Lachey, the first female special agent in charge of NCIS Pearl Harbor. Jesse Boone, Noah's second-in-command, is Noah Mills. Lucy Tara is portrayed by Yasmin Al-Bustami, Kai Holman by Alex Tarrant, and Jason Antoon, in addition to Ernie Malik's computer expert. As FBI agent Kate Whistler, Tori Anderson makes a comeback. Mahina Napoleon and Keon Talon will reprise their roles as Julie and Alex Tennant, respectively. Napoleon will appear on Tales of the Walking Dead on AMC shortly. The casting is mysterious, as Captain Milius, Invir Jokai, might make a comeback. He was a recurring character in Season 1 and will probably continue to be so in Season 2. However, fans will have have to wait to find out whether Tennant and Milius' romance is revived or if Lachey keeps quiet about it. Up next, what happened in Episode 1, Prisoner's Dilemma. NCIS Hawaii, the majority of the case occurs in the Hawaii Hour after the NCIS Hour spends most of its time focusing on Parker and outlining what the crossover will need to have a satisfying conclusion. Prisoner's Dilemma takes up where NCIS 20/1 A Family Matter left off. Because of this, the NCIS Hawaii team will serve as the story's heroes, with Tennant and a startling new character, who yes, goes by the name Bam Bam, getting the bulk of the credit. While there is chemistry between Tennant and Torres, it's difficult to get invested in the crossover for various reasons. Probably most crucially, because it's simply impossible for the two series to ever coexist in a way that makes this possible. That is, if Wilmer Valderrama even continues to appear on NCIS for a significant amount of time, which also doesn't feel quite sure. So, who stole the first episode with their performance? The couple that once again steals the show is Lucy and Kate, which is probably for the best because they are the OTP of this show. While Tennant and Torres sort of flirt and Ernie tries to get Jessica Knight to pay attention to him, we received a morning scene and a moment when someone is getting ready for bed, which also happens to be the episode's final scene. Not that we had any doubts before, the procedural wall has the writing on it. But even though Lucy and Kate share a love for one another, things aren't always going to go smoothly in procedural land. But if NCIS LA has taught us anything, a ship can flourish without being continuously dismantled, and supporters respond well to outside challenges. But for Lucy and Kate, this is just the beginning. This is the honeymoon period. No natural obstacles yet. Lastly, what should be the priority of NCIS Hawaii? Particularly in an episode like this one, which is ultimately fantastic for longtime fans of the franchise, but a little challenging to understand for anyone tuning in for the first time. After all, NCIS is on its 20th season. For this crossover, catching up is virtually impossible. NCIS Hawaii's second season has only recently begun. They'd really like to keep some of the mothership fans, but their main priority should be expanding their own fan base. Not exactly going to help with that is Nick Torres. Jessica Knight is also neither. The episode was enjoyable. If possible, may we see them again the following year. Probably once a year will do. And if there's another crossover, can we pull it off with NCIS LA? To see Kenzie Bly and Jane Tennant together, I'd pay money. Kate Whistler and Deeks, just try to picture that. I'll take a lot more of Casey in the interim. And I'll take Kai and Jesse, as well as the family that this team has been able to create, which, given enough time and attention, feels like its own unique type of thing. Do you agree or disagree? What did you think of Prisoner's Dilemma from NCIS Hawaii 2? What are your expectations from Episode 2? Tell us in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated and entertained. Thanks for watching.